Welcome to this sacred space, where nothing happens by coincidence. Your presence here is not an accident. You've been drawn to this moment because you are being called to something far greater. What I'm about to share with you could be one of the most important messages you'll hear. It's time to step into a higher reality, a new frequency, and a more profound understanding of who you are and what you are meant to become. In this journey, we'll explore some of the most crucial aspects of spiritual awakening, the duality of life, the concept of oneness, the shift in spiritual frequency, and the maturity that comes with this transformation. If you've been feeling that pull, that restlessness inside, this message is for you. You are being prepared for a new chapter. Let's dive deep into what it means to answer this higher calling. Every one of us reaches a moment where we realize that the life we've known no longer fits. Perhaps you've felt it already, a sense that something larger is calling you to step out of the familiar and into the unknown. This is no accident. This is your soul urging you to move beyond the boundaries of comfort. The truth is, where you're heading, comfort zones have no place. Your soul knows this. That's why things may feel unsettled right now. You're being asked to embrace a completely new reality, one that transcends the ordinary, the mundane, and the predictable. The universe is nudging you forward, out of what is safe and familiar, into something far more expansive. It's asking you to let go of who you've been and step into the infinite potential of who you can become. So, what exactly does it mean to experience a spiritual frequency shift? Let's break it down. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency: thoughts, emotions, words, even your actions. These vibrations create the reality you experience. And when you elevate your frequency, you begin to align with higher levels of consciousness, wisdom, and understanding. When you start to shift, you may notice changes in your thoughts, relationships, and even your environment. You might feel an inner restlessness, like something inside you is expanding. You may encounter synchronicities, those coincidences that feel too perfectly timed to be random. These are signs that your frequency is rising, that you are moving toward your higher self. This shift isn't something to fear. It's a natural progression in your spiritual journey. As you elevate, you may find that certain people, places, or habits no longer resonate with you. This is part of the process. You are being called to release the old to make space for the new. At the heart of this journey is the concept of spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity is not about accumulating knowledge, it's about growing in love, wisdom, and grace. It's about embodying higher principles in your everyday life. It's about facing your fears and learning to let go of the need for control. One of the most profound lessons of spiritual maturity is trust. Trusting the process. Trusting that you are exactly where you need to be, even when things feel chaotic. This trust is a sign that you are growing, that you are no longer operating from a place of fear but from a place of alignment with your higher self. As you grow, you not only raise your own frequency, but you also elevate the frequency of those around you. Your spiritual maturity has a ripple effect, touching the lives of others in ways you may never fully understand. This is the power of growth. This is the power of stepping into your higher calling. One of the most liberating aspects of this journey is learning the art of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean that you stop caring. It means that you release your emotional and mental attachments to things that no longer serve you. It means letting go of the need to control outcomes, trusting that everything will unfold as it's meant to. When you detach, you open a channel for the universe to flow freely through your life. Detachment doesn't mean disinterest or apathy, rather, it's a conscious choice to release control over outcomes. So often, we become overly fixated on our desires, trying to manipulate every situation to achieve a specific result. This creates unnecessary stress and anxiety, as we fear things won't turn out as we hope. But when you embrace detachment, you trust that the universe is working in your favor, and you stop trying to force things to happen. You step back and allow life to take its course, confident that what is truly meant for you will arrive when the timing is right. The act of detachment is a form of surrender, not to be confused with giving up but with releasing resistance. When you surrender control, you are not abandoning your goals or desires. Instead, you are allowing space for greater possibilities to manifest. Life unfolds in mysterious ways, and often, the very things we chase so aggressively elude us because we are gripping too tightly. By detaching, you remove the obstacles that your own fears and anxieties create. This creates a flow state, where life moves smoothly, and you become a participant rather than a controller of the events around you. It's in this space of surrender and trust that you begin to notice the synchronicities and signs guiding you toward your true path. Detachment is the key to inner peace. It shifts your focus from the future, where worry and expectation dwell, back to the present moment. When you let go of the need for things to happen a certain way, you free yourself from the burden of constantly evaluating whether you're on track or achieving what you want. In doing so, you become more mindful, fully engaged in the here and now. This is especially powerful for those walking the spiritual path, as detachment teaches that the journey itself is more meaningful than the destination. When you live without the pressure of outcomes, you find joy in the process, embracing the wisdom that everything unfolds as it should in divine timing. At a certain point in your spiritual journey, you begin to realize that duality, good versus bad, right versus wrong, success versus failure, is merely an illusion. We've been conditioned to see the world in terms of opposites, believing that one side is better than the other. This perspective of constant comparison and judgment creates a false sense of separation between you and others, between you and the universe. It's a mindset that locks us into a lower vibrational state, making us vulnerable to fear, anxiety, and the feeling of being trapped in a cycle of right and wrong. But when you start to see through this veil of duality, something profound happens. The illusion of duality keeps us disconnected, not only from others but from our true selves. In this state of separation, we often feel isolated, constantly striving for external validation or avoiding failure at all costs. However, once you transcend duality, you begin to recognize the interconnectedness of everything. You see that life is not a series of random, isolated events but a harmonious flow of experiences, each one carrying deeper meaning. The successes and failures, the joys and pains, all blend into one cohesive journey shaped by your own consciousness and perception. When you step into this higher state of awareness, you realize that you are not separate from the world around you. You are a co-creator of your reality, influencing the events in your life through your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Living beyond duality allows you to approach life's challenges with a deeper sense of trust, knowing that every experience has its purpose. Instead of resisting obstacles or clinging to fleeting successes, you embrace them as necessary parts of your journey. This newfound sense of oneness and interconnectedness brings you closer to inner peace, enabling you to move through life with more compassion, understanding, and grace. Now is the time to step boldly into this new reality. You are a co-creator, and your frequency is rising. This is your moment. You have been chosen for this path, not just for your own growth, but to uplift others along the way. You have a unique power and purpose that is unfolding with every step you take. Yes, there will be challenges. There will be moments when you question everything. But know this, you are exactly where you are meant to be. The universe is guiding you every step of the way. All you have to do is trust, release, and embrace the unknown. As we close this message, I want to remind you that everything in your life is unfolding as it should. You are on the right path. Every experience, every challenge, every joy is guiding you closer to your higher self. Trust in the process. Step into your higher existence with confidence and grace. You are being called to something extraordinary, and the time to answer that call is now. If this message resonates with you, write 777 in the comments as a sign that you are ready to embrace your higher calling. Let's create a community of like-minded souls ready to elevate and inspire each other. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's continue this journey together. And now, I invite you to watch the next video to deepen your understanding of this spiritual path. Thank you for being here, and remember, you are exactly where you are meant to be.